So you want to lose weight. What if I told you that there's only 3 things you need to do to rid yourself of those hated love handles? What if I told you, even if you're not training or eating healthily right now, you're already doing one of those things? Today, I'm going to talk about how to lose fat, especially if you're someone who's tried before and failed. Spoiler, it's not about eating kale or how many miles you need to run. I'll tell you how to eat more food and still lose fat. How to cut calories without purging your diet of all those delicious, unhealthy treats that you love so much. And I'll tell you the secret that naturally skinny people use to stay that way that keeps you struggling. Guys, if you don't know who I am, I'm Sal from Red Pill Fitness, where I share with you the fitness red pill the shill media and industry don't want you to take. Guys, don't forget to subscribe or hit the bell icon, or at the bare minimum, give me a thumbs up. Cutting calories doesn't mean you need to remove all the junk, delicious food. For example, Monday to Friday you may eat well, but then come the weekend you have 4,000 calories on Saturday and 4,000 on Sunday because you like 2 takeaways. Simply, if you were to eat less of those takeaways on the weekend, so let's say it was only 3,000 each day, you would lose weight. The same way is if you have a pizza, a large pizza let's say, which is 2,000 calories, and swap that for a medium pizza, you would still lose weight. The second way that you can reduce your calories is to think about food on a health continuum. So for example, you might have an unhealthy version of it and a healthy version of it. Let's take potatoes, for example. At the unhealthy end, you might have roast potatoes. Then you have chips, then you have waffles, then you have new potatoes, and then boiled potatoes, for example. Think about it this way. Don't always have the roast potatoes. Sometimes have the new potatoes. That way, you'll still eat the things you like, but the calories come down, and so does your waistline. The second and probably the most important thing that nobody talks about is you need to increase your NEAT levels. And NEAT is basically all the activities you do when you're not exercising. You know, there are times when people say, oh, that person is skinny because they must have a high metabolism. The reality is you only have a high metabolism if you have high muscle mass. Most people who are naturally skinny have high NEAT levels. Thin people bike to work. They're running, they're standing on the tube, they're walking up the steps. Now I'm going to generalize here and you're going to hate it. But what I find is fat people generally sit down more. They're racing for a seat on the tube. They're sitting on a bench. Think about taking an Uber cycle rather than an Uber. Take the stairs, do your own physical labor. That is the easiest way to lose weight. The last thing you can do is increase your muscle mass, because the higher your muscle mass is in fact the higher your metabolism, because fat burns in the muscle. A pound of muscle mass burns about 50 calories when you're sitting around doing nothing at all. But where the trick comes in is that if you have higher muscle mass, you're going to have higher NEAT levels. And in fact, you can probably burn an extra 1,000 calories per day without having to put on 20 pounds of muscle. This is because if you've got, say, stronger legs, you're going to find it easier to take the steps. Or you're going to be able to carry your shopping without assistance. All the tasks that you generally are too tired to do or too weak, you're going to be able to do. And that burns a shit ton of calories. What you're doing by increasing your muscle mass is altering the calories in, calories out equation. Because if you've got a higher metabolism, you can actually eat more food and lose weight. Or if you eat the same amount of food, you'll lose weight faster. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please type red in the comments. If you hated it, please put blue. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, or at least give me a thumbs up.